We're here with the Coach's Corner with Coach Jeff Herron of the Wildcats. I'm Brent Blunt, your host. Coach, we got off to another good win, 55-0 over Johnson, I believe, correct?
Yeah, with the Johnson-Adams Smashers. Best nickname in high school football, I guess. But that was a good game, and we knew going into it that Johnson was going to be a little bit overmatched, but we were going to try to work on some things, and we did. And believe it or not, we scored our first possession, but we didn't execute real well. But I thought once the kids kind of got their focus back, and we played well in the first half, and our starters played 2 plays, I think, in the second half, which was what we wanted. We wanted to make them come out, have to warm up, and get used to playing in the second half because we know that's coming. And but we got them out and were able to play, about 165 kids. So from that standpoint, it was a real good evening.
It's always, talking about that's always good to get the younger kids in the game, and that as much hard work as they put in with the team to get that recognition and get out there. I know that's got to be exciting for them.
Well, it is, and it's one thing being in Region 3 has always allowed us to do that some. And, we've been lucky. I mean, we've played 3 games so far, and we've been able to play most every kid in all 3 of those games. And we didn't expect that, certainly the first couple, but, hopefully we'll get that opportunity again this week.
Sure. Talk about some of the players that might have stood out, had real good games last week.
Well, I think, you got to start with Bryce. He didn't have a good opening series. He made a couple of very uncharacteristic mistakes for him. But the young man threw 5 touchdown passes, and he tied the school record. He could have broken it. There's no question he could have broken it if we wanted him to. And I told one of the reporters after the game, I mean, if we wanted that kid to, he could lead the state in throwing and passing touchdowns, and just not what we do. But we came out and we said, we're going to try to throw the ball a little bit more here in the first half. And I think we threw 16 times, and he completed 10 of them, and 5 of them were for touchdowns. So, he's got 10 touchdowns right now with no interceptions, and that's a great stat. And, if he can keep doing like that, we're going to be successful. Connor Lockhart played real well. Chris Williams played real well, offensively and made some catches. And, defensively, they all played pretty well. I know Sean Hutchinson had another good game. Antonio Winbush had a great game on special teams. And, I could go on and on. Our offensive line blocked very well. So, it's hard to pinpoint individuals, but, we had certainly some things stood out.
Sure. I was talking to one of the coaches today, just talking about how tough and what a great player Luke Griffiths is. And, it's amazing, from a fan standpoint, some of these guys are not that big. And week in, week out, they're going against much bigger guys, yet they're always able to get the job done.
Well, that's the beauty about high school football. When you get into college, you get into the NFL, it becomes a numbers game. If you're not 6'4", they don't want you. If you don't weigh 300 pounds, things like that. In high school football, you got to take what you got. And, Luke Griffiths is pound for pound as tough a kids we've ever had here. And he was in there yesterday, and in the weight room, the coach from Georgia Southern came in, and I said, that could be the best football player in this room right here. Well, he turned around, and there stood Luke in his Nerd Day outfit, which, he had the nerd look going, and, weighs 160 pounds, probably soaking wet. And he goes, what position does he play? I said, he's an offensive lineman. And he goes, you got to be kidding. And I said, no. I said, but there's nobody he can't block because he refuses to, just to lose. And great player. And, that is kind of the theme of our offensive line. That, you may not be the best athletes, you may not, but you're going to get the job done. And they do a great job with that.
That's got to be fun for these guys looking back, after their high school days are over, and look at, how big of guys they were able to block within our system and stuff. It's got to be fun. Talking about, the upcoming week, we've got homecoming, all this week, as you mentioned. Well, Luke was Nerd Day. Today we got Superhero Day. Do the kids, from a football aspect, do the football players get, excited, with it being homecoming as much as like the fans do and the students?
Well, probably not. I hate to say it. Everything's, other than getting to dress up during the week, they really don't get to do much. Everything's kind of structured before we're done practicing, and even the parade Thursday, we've got a JV game and a 9th grade game that's going to be going on, so they won't get to do that, and a bonfire. And we will take the seniors, but the events, the powder puff game is going on while we're having practice, things like that. So I don't know. It used to be more of a distraction. The way the schedule is now, we don't know much about it going on, actually, other than dressing up during the day. And, we show up Friday and play a game, and then they'll have the homecoming activity. So, I don't think it's a distraction to us. But again, I'm not that age, and I can't remember what that was like. So hopefully they'll enjoy it. We hope they do, but they don't get to participate in much of it.
Talking about the upcoming game we've got with Beach, what kind of we expect from them coming in?
Well, I told our kids Monday, and I told our coaches this weekend as we were meeting it. Beach physically looks as good as anybody we've played to this point, and they've got a great looking group of kids, and he's had a lot of these kids that have played together for a long time. They got a running back number 6 that started since he was a freshman. He's a senior this year that is probably 6'3", 230 pounds. I mean, the kid is really talented, and they've got a lot of kids like that. The thing with Beach is sometimes they're going to be really good and sometimes they're not. And, we've always, every year with them, they've seemed to play well against us. And heck, my first year here, I remember going up there and they had us beat. And we pulled it out in the fourth quarter. And we've had some close games with them over the years. So, hopefully they won't be too jacked up when they get here Friday night. And hopefully we won't be too distracted and can go on about our business and get the quote preseason behind us.
Sure. Where are we at injury-wise? Going into this game and down the line, we talked about last time possibly some of the guys coming back. We mentioned I think Vonashek, hopefully maybe try to get him back for this game, and also Gabriel.
We're not going to have Gabriel back until hopefully the week of Valdosta. Vonashek, we don't know. He went back to the doctor. They told us 4 months originally, but he goes to the doctor the other day and they tell him another month. So, we're really disappointed in that and, running out of time there, I guess you'd say. So, other than that, we're in pretty good shape. We lost a young man, a senior receiver for us, Johnny Stubbs, broke his leg the other night. He's having surgery actually today. And going to be out the rest of the year. But our injuries are like everybody else at this point. We're starting to get beat and banged up a little bit. And hopefully we can get Grant and JP back. And at some point, it just doesn't look as good now as we thought.
Sure. Well, it should be an interesting week coming up. The game, big turnout, being a homecoming. So you shouldn't have a hard time getting the players jacked up with the big crowd and all the events going on.
We really had a great crowd against Johnson. I was really pleased with that. It was Rec League night, and we had a bunch of people there. Yeah. We had a real good turnout. So, with it being homecoming, I think we got another chance. And the kids always get excited about that. They like to see the stands full.
Well, hopefully we'll get off to another good win and get us going right before we start into the region schedule. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.